Hey guys, I've just come across something really important actually. I'm reading Extreme Ownership. Book's not here, it's just on the side there. But Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willing. I'm reading that at the moment. I half read it before at one point in time, but I didn't completely finish it. I just finished 48 Laws of Power, and I'm going on to that. And there was something so important in that book about it was a lesson about sort of team leadership, and it's a great leadership book on leadership. The guy Jocko Willing is a fucking rugged ass Navy SEAL. You know, that's it's a man's man. He's got a great podcast. I'd highly recommend checking out the podcast if you're interested in like military history and just men who get after it. But he made a great point in that book about when he was when he was a Navy SEAL. He did BUDS training. I think it's basic underwater demolitions training, and that is some extreme fucking stuff. They go out on California and they're training out there on the coast, and it's wet and it's gritty, and they're carrying these huge heavy boats about. It's crazy shit. Look it up on YouTube. It's like tough stuff, man. And he always talks about how fucking tough it is. He made a really great point in there though, something about leadership. How when they were running, carrying this huge fucking boat over their heads in 7-man teams, he was talking something about like they look for the next check mark, they look for the next point. I'm going for a run this morning with my dad. I didn't go last week, like a little bitch. I bitched out, but I went this morning because it's so good to go for a run with my dad. Like I'm so grateful that I'm able to have my life and get to this point where we're able to do that. I was in a point in my life back in August where I didn't know I had family to come back to, and now I'm doing things like running with my dad, and I'm able to support him like that, and it's so good. But today something different happened. Usually I'll go for a run, I'd run for the first 2 miles, get down towards like there's like a side road. I'll do a video one day when running, get my dad in camera, why not? There's like a side road we run down to, and there's like a new sort of road that's been built there, and I usually end up walking that bit, but I didn't stop this time. This time I didn't stop. I kept running the whole way, and I'm pretty sure I ran 4 miles. Like there's a marathon coming up in September, yeah, September, like in our area basically, and I want to plan to run that with my dad. And the kind of goal of this is really, in some level, I want to do the London Marathon with my dad. That's about 27 miles. That's like the big marathon. If you're not from the UK, the London Marathon is one of the biggest. Probably other more tough marathons other way, but the London Marathon is the most famous. But I definitely want to do that one day with my dad. If not this year, next year. But we are training for it in a sense by running weekly. Maybe there could be more training done, but yeah, that's another goal of mine that I've just come across just by running with my dad. But that's not what I was trying to talk about. So many subjects. Got to focus on one. What I was able to do though, I didn't stop running. Since I left home since 7, I ran straight. I ran the whole distance. That's about like 4 or 5 miles maybe of solid running. It's like half a marathon. What kept me going is this brilliant lesson that Jocko Willink was talking about. When they were running in buds with their huge dinghies over their head, they looked for the next goal. They didn't think about the rest of the run. They didn't think about the rest of the course or whatever they had to do. They just focused on the next goal ahead. And you've got to use the thing in your environments. When I was running, I was like, okay, where's the next like blue? I don't know what they're called, cycling. The bollards with a little blue cycle on them, like they're black and they've got a blue circle with a bicycle symbol. Okay, where's the next bollard? Okay, get to that. That's the goal. That's the goal. Get to that. And it's almost like making mental footholds for yourself. I was able to run that whole distance and not stop. My legs are fucking killing now. I'm grateful for it because I was able to mentally kind of see these things, these goals, these objects in the distance. Okay, get to that. That's the next goal. And when I got to it, I was like, okay, good, you got to it. Get to the next thing. Get to the bus stop. Get to the yellow fucking traffic sign. Get to the yellow like placard that's someone's housing business. Whatever the next thing is, you can see in the distance. Okay, get to where that fence starts. Okay, get to where that those bollards start. Just that next thing in the distance is what's important. And I think this carries into like self development as well. Like what's the next goal you need to achieve? I've got like my goals written down, but some of them are quite highfalutin. Some of them are like have my own property, have my own place, have my own gym. Having these big goals, retiring my parents. These are quite high goals. And what is the next thing? I've got to remember that as well in running and in life. I think there's a lot of lessons you can take from that. What is the next goal? And ask yourself, what is the next thing? What is the next mental foothold? At the moment, my next mental foothold really is my habit tracker. I've not done everything I've not got like a full week. I've done everything. Like that's what I'm missing, right? It's usually Friday I slip up and I get lazy because I do my weighted sets on Monday to so Mondays shoulders and neck, Tuesdays legs and arse, Wednesdays biceps triceps, Thursdays chest and back. Friday I usually do a bit of cardio, and this is all like with an hour of yoga afterwards. But some Fridays I get lazy because I'm sore from like chest and back, and so I don't do my workout, and then that's a knock-on effect. If I don't work out, I don't take a cold shower, and I don't do my way of breathing. I do my journaling and visualization, all that other good stuff, but I don't do that shit. And so that's why I'm slipping up really. I'll show you up here actually. Yeah. So this is the week that's just been on. This is 23rd today. I haven't taken anything off yet, but obviously I've done my training and cold shower and breathing. But yeah, see, I agree everything Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday I slip up, man. And this happened kind of last week as well. I'm noticing like there's not a continued pattern. I mean, maybe it doesn't really matter that I'm not getting everything in the week. Maybe it just means that no, actually, as soon as I say that, I realize it's kind of a bitch mentality. I need to get everything done in the week, you know? All these things are going to make me a better man, like they have already. I wouldn't be doing this. YouTube's on there as a thing to do as well, you know? But what is the next goal? So I think the next goal for me really is something I want to work on. I want a full week where everything's highlighted off. I do everything in that week and everything's done. And maybe that's unsustainable because my work at the moment is purely project based, and I'm starting up a new role as well with Santander as like a customer service thing, and that's gonna be like from 9 to 1 in the morning. That's not possible. I can fit in other things around that. I can do reading and all that other stuff I need to do around that. That is kind of the next goal. That's the next thing I'm working on. I want to hit a full week where I do everything in that week, and that's what I got from today running. I ran for that full 4 or 5 miles because I was able to look at the next goal and make that next mental sort of yeah, foothold, basically. You climb a wall, that next thing is going to support you. What's the next thing? What's the next thing? What's the next thing? Build on that, you know? It's a really powerful skill and something I'm going to have to remember in the future. It's something's going to help me, really, really help me concrete things down. But it's great to be on this journey. It's so great to be on this path, man. I couldn't imagine myself doing this shit, you know? I'd be so terrified. Like, back in March, yeah, March, I was thinking about the YouTube. I didn't want to do it, didn't want to do it because I just thought, oh, I can't go YouTube. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm 26. I'm an addict. I've wasted so many years of my life. You know, I can't sit here and talk this shit. But no, I can. I can because I'm on this journey. I'm on this path with you guys. I'm learning from you guys. You know, I don't have all the answers, but I know I can work it out. I know I don't have them yet, but I know if I sit down and I journal, and I drew my gratitude list, and I keep going on this journey, you know, what am I going to become? I don't know. It's going to be scary. I'm scared of what I'm going to become, and I like that. You know, I'm almost in a sense, you know, getting like, being able to live a second life in one lifetime. I didn't even think that I'd ever be able to do this at some point. You know, I'd be this kind of complete holistic person. I knew how to meditate. I knew these little things, you know, from way back when. I've been meditating since I was 16, but it doesn't mean anything if you haven't got anything else in line with it. That dovetails into it. You know, everything that sort of goes well with it. So. Yeah, and there's a sort of message in the sky I've been talking to, and he's quite cute. But anyways, that's something else. You know, all these things come about when you are here and present. Take care, everyone. And remember, choose purpose over pleasure.